Today we are doing a handicap game against this opponent here, who requested that I make a video about how to play in a handicap game. So I will try to give some general thoughts about that. First of all, of course, in the beginning of the game we're trying to not play too much in one area. We sort of want to spread our stones out a bit. And also we probably don't want to play just normal approaches everywhere. That might make it a bit easy on the opponent. So we could, for instance, play something like this, which is an unusual looking move, so there's not really, it's hard to fall back on like some Joseki knowledge to just play a standard sequence like this one. And then we might just play away to some other part of the board. So the danger if we keep playing here, like even if we capture this one stone, it's not really big enough to win the game. So I'm going to play another approach. And then we have to be really looking at areas like these to, like jumping in around here, attaching here, or maybe on this side, jumping in at this point, is what we need to start some trouble. So here, let's see if we want another approach, or do we just... Okay, let's play this high approach and then maybe take this point. I remember I always... I was about to say I used to think that it was really annoying in this shape when my opponent played, but I still think it's always really annoying in this shape. I'm always quite uncertain how to handle it. So I think I'll jump in here now. I should also say that I'm by no means an expert at playing handicap games. I think I can do quite well with like against 2 or 3 stones, but against this many stones I find that I often sort of think that I have made enough points back, but then I realize that I'm still behind.
10.
Not sure what to do here. Let's hand at this side and then we will Atari if black cuts. Black should probably cut. Maybe I should actually hand it from the other side. Okay, now this seems like a mistake because this allows me to keep black entirely separated here with quite good shape, I think. So I could just connect. That is one option. And let's do that. That's the simplest. And I want to keep black separated, so I will play this Hane, which sets up some problems in the corner in the future. Not right away, but... yeah, it might be correct for black to protect this corner to be safe. And then I think we'll take away the base of this group to have some chance of attacking that, maybe. Interesting here. Can we Hane from this side and play something complicated? I think we should probably try. If we just Hane from this side, then it's a bit too simple. So this is probably an overplay, but it's the sort of thing we need to do. Okay. Now I will Atari here. I feel like I need to make some good living shape. I could be more greedy, but I think this is best in this case. Okay. Let's try to just connect these stones up to not... this is an attire which black should consider not responding to, but I think I can get away with it here. And this is a bit slow, but I think it's worth it because both these groups are potentially weak, so if I can connect up, that's very big. Okay. Would be nice to keep attacking potential of this, but it might not be the biggest to play right away. Let's just try something up here first. Try to remember to keep playing in new areas. Okay, so now we can separate this if we want. Do we want to connect immediately? Let's try that. It looks a bit heavy with this shape, but I'm trying to just keep like separated as much as possible. In this sort of shape, it's almost always a good idea to extend. Okay, now there's some... we can maybe make some trouble in this corner. If black comes here, we can connect up. And like this, we're going to have some complicated stuff happening. Maybe even cut here right away. So black could have played just Hana connect in the corner and then threatened to connect up here. Like this, I'm going to be able to capture these stones. How do we want to do that? Maybe like this. So black still has this clamp, which is annoying. But I didn't see a better way of taking this. Definitely capturing this. So now black is leaving this group. So we definitely want to try to see if we can kill that in the future. But let's first go down here. And maybe I Han here to try to help my shape a bit. It's hard to leave two stones like this. I'm in very painful shape if black plays some Hana. By playing this, there are some problems in the corner, so black might want to add a move. Black doesn't. This is very good, this is very big. I'll just ask with this move. This is not really big enough to be playing. But it's a bit annoying for black, I think. Also, I need to take away some solid territory somewhere. Black has like this solid corner. So we'll do this. I didn't want to just connect on the first line, so instead I did this. Once again, we are overplaying a bit. Black could... yeah, black can come in here. Black could also come in at this point, maybe slightly better. That's a nice find for black that I can't cut here because black can Atari, so I'll play this move. Okay, black wants me to live. Live small here. I don't think I have any choice here. I want to live in this corner, so that I may also think about threatening this cut in the future. That's also very good. I probably should have taken some opportunity to play this center move here. I think we will jump away. This might not be a good exchange because black maybe wanted this Atar instead. But this is not Santa, I don't have to respond. I think I want to push here. This is a bad move, but I need to keep overplaying a little bit. I think maybe black could have... Well, there might have been some better ways for black to handle it, but like this I should be able to capture either these stones or these stones. But I need to be aware of this group, of course. It's about to die, basically. I think I just try to capture like this. And here black should probably Hane, but this creates this Atari, which maybe I can play it right away actually. Atari, Atari. Yeah, so I need to come back and just capture, but I have this Atari in the future, so that's good. So we need to help this group somehow. So I'll attach here. Then maybe I'll attach here. And try to make some eye shape. This cut is mostly protected. And I have this Sentimo threatened to make another eye in the future. Okay, so that's now we also have to worry about this group. And maybe we should worry about this group by attacking this group, because now I'm quite strong here.
10.
So maybe
5, 4, 3.
Not sure. This clamp is a bit aggressive, but I do sort of have, like if black comes out here, I can maybe just push here and capture 2 stones. Might be good enough. Let's take this big shape point. And I think at this point we have to pretend that this group is alive. It looks like it can do pretty well with this one. And I'll play this crude looking move to make sure that my connection here is okay. We need to stop black's Hane at this point. Okay, that looks like sort of a slow move. So let's think about if we can do anything big. I should definitely make sure that this is dead. So let's actually just play here. I think this should be completely dead. But black has this big Hana connect in the future. How am I doing on big co-threats?
10,
I'm thinking about whether I want to start this co, but I have like one co-threat here. It's not great. Extend here. Force black to make points here. Some quite limited points. And we should try to build some more in this area. Okay, here we might have some... Let this peep. And Hane. Black has to Hane underneath, so this gives me some X reduction maybe. Maybe I should have saved some of this for co-threats.
10, 5, 4,
There's not much big left on the board, so I think I will play this ko now. And I'll try to use this as a co-threat. It's quite big if I get to... Oh, okay. Interesting. So this is very big, but probably better... I should probably start with this one, but this leaves me this option in the future. But it's... I'm not sure it's possible. Like this... Both these are points, but this has potential of attacking this group, so that's why I'm intrigued by that. But I will start with taking the secure points over here. Okay, and now this is connected, so this is not that big. But I play here because there are actually some cutting points, and I need to make sure that I'm connected here. It's annoying. Do I need another move here? Just play this peep and pretend that's enough, I think. We have this Hana later. This is quite a big move.
10,
Play this one. If black gets this point, then I might be sort of forced to live small. So like this, I'm definitely alive here.
ten, 5, 4,
Just plop a stone here, try to make some points in this area. Also make sure that these stones are connected. Play like this. But I can still come in here, which is a bit annoying. But it's not super big. Uh, we can never play this clamp really, so let's just take this Hane. Should be Santa. And maybe there's also some problems potentially here. Maybe black can just peep.
10,
It's not super
5,
big.
4, 3,
Ilhana once here just because black can otherwise play this Atari. No, maybe I should have just played from this side instead then. It's difficult now to choose what to play here.
10,
Not much big left, but I'll try to secure some points in this area, I guess. Play this shape point, threatening to Atari and capture. And this feels like it's worth a little bit now. There's some follow-ups, like when I connecting here might be center. Okay, black responds. I think we're still doing okay here. I don't need to add a move. I will push once here, threatening to save this. It's very hard to decide what to play here, just in the center.
10, 5,
Still like slight problems with this connection, okay. I might play here just to make sure that this is completely... No, it's completely connected. Like I was slightly scared of black pushing here and then push and cut, so that's why I played here. Um,
10,
there's really not many points
5,
in a center area like
4,
this. So I always have a hard time deciding. It's hard to decide which one is. Everything is so small, so it's hard to decide what to do. We have this point. Yeah, that might be bigger than most of the stuff in the center actually. So black has gotten some good points here and down here. But I think we have enough with this right and this top left here. Hopefully. Either this one or maybe
10, 5, 4,
a slide here. Otherwise black can play here next and has a Hana follow up in the corner. Okay, we got it in center, that's good news. Could play here to prevent black from attaching here. I'm thinking about this peep, but maybe
10,
I will do it. Should be able to connect back. So I'll connect instead of Hane to maintain my option to push in here. And then this one. I think maybe I should play this because it might be kind of big for black to play here soon. It might be some like, do I need to be worried about this push here? I can always take this eye. Should be okay. Push once here. This is worth a few points. Not very much. I guess we'll take it. If I get to play there in the future, okay, now I just play here. And I have this follow-up, this Atari. So black takes away that, that's good. Okay, maybe just here, make some points. That is black's privilege to get this move. So unfortunately, like one aim of white is to keep black separated, to also make like, you can see that it would have been a big difference if I had managed to separate black here. Then I could think about, can I try something tricky against this? Well, it's completely live regardless, but it kind of limits my option that black is so well connected all over the place. So black did well to play like this move and to connect over here to reduce the complications.
10,
Play here. Pretty soon this is a, like haven't played here because black should, I think black should have played this a while ago. So maybe I should play it now. Wait, is it this one maybe is better? Probably doesn't matter. But black shouldn't respond like that because now I could Tanuki. Do I want to Tanuki? If I Tanuki, black plays Atari. It's not super big, but it's also not nothing.
10, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, we'll take it. I think most moves around this time are quite small. Okay, we'll save this because if black captures it, then there's some follow-up endgame. But that one, if black captures, I'll just... Not sure if that's big enough. Play this one just to give me an extra eye here, just in case something happens up here. And this. We're threatening to push in here in the future, reduce 1 point. And I guess we make some more points by playing here, otherwise black can Hana. It's a bit annoying. We will connect that. That's 2 points. With a little bit of follow-up. Might be slightly inconsistent here with... I'm definitely not playing the biggest moves all the time. So we make another point here. So this one is, I think, slightly less than 2 points. This is exactly 2 points. This is also exactly 2 points.
10, 5, 4,
But this one, it might be possible for black to wedge in here in the future, or at least just... Let's assume black just plays j15 in that center, then that's 1 point in center, so that is just as big as 2 points. We'll connect here, otherwise black can push in and cut, or capture 2 stones. In the future we will have to add a move here. That's probably completely unnecessary. There were no points in this area regardless. So let's take a 2-point move. When I say that this is 2 points, it's because it reduces one, compared to black getting this Hana, it's 1 point more for white and 1 point less for black. So the same down here, black playing here is worth 2 points. And when black captures here, that's worth 2 points because it reduces 1 white point compared to white connecting. And it captures 1 stone, but when I block, I have this capture back. But wait, does that mean that if black gets it in center, then this is actually slightly bigger than I thought? Because when black captures here, I don't really want to play away, because then black can come inside and that's center. Here there shouldn't be anything working, because I can, if black cuts here, I could just capture on this side. This is a little bit small since white playing here didn't do much anyways. It just white and then black plays here and I can't connect back. So it is one of the... It's worth a little bit because it prevents white starting a code there, but this was bigger to play down here. So this was a 2-point move, and then black can take this 1-point move over here. And that might be the last point. When black plays here, I have to add a move inside. Let's quickly check. Yes, it's Chinese rules, so dame counts. Not that we have much dame anyways, I think only these 2 points. And yeah, I guess this is also dame. So we take the last dame here. And yeah, then we pass.
Remove the dead stones.
I think that looks correct.
You have won.
So we won by 60 points actually. That was quite bigger than I thought. Even in handicaps games, as usual, I'm very bad at counting. So let's do a quick review here. I think overall black played quite well. There were not many big drops in score. There were mainly like many small mistakes. And then we'll get to you see this in the win graph. There was something big that we both missed during like half of the game. So we'll get to that. But these opening moves are great. Just backing off, keeping it simple, and kicking here to make this group a bit heavy. This looks great for black. And the first thing I would comment on is that normally in this shape it's better for black to cut like this. In this case, white is going to be able to cut this one stone off regardless, but that's okay. Black still gets a nice big corner here, and I think this shape is better than what we had in the game, which was this one. Because now here, if black doesn't add a move in the corner, then there's still some problems here later. So black just added a move directly in the corner, which I think is good. It's good to just be safe. Black could also possibly maybe just come out with a move like this. You know, either living in the corner or coming out to stay safe with this group is okay. And then we have the same shape up here where it's better to cut here, even if this one stone is going to die. It's often better to be able to sacrifice it like this. Here, you know, if white connects like this, we have this broken shape, and in the game I play this Atari first, and this stone is just almost completely wasted. Whereas if you cut like this, there's going to be some fight where black should get some compensation for this stone. So this is usually a better shape. This might be slightly simpler, so maybe it's okay with a big handicap, but I would recommend to always play this move in this shape to play the strongest move. And I like this move also, put pressure on this. White has two weak groups here. So like I said in the game, white's aim at the start of the game is just plop stones down all over the place and sort of count on the fact that black is not going to be able to attack them severely. So black needs to... It's good for black to try to attack in a safe way. Like black shouldn't go all out trying to kill something, but just play a move like this, which is good for black to make this stone stronger, but also puts pressure on the white group. And I connect like this. This is not quite connected, but almost. But these stones aren't making very many points at the moment, so it's good for black to play a move which is sort of making point, or at least making this stone safer, but forcing white to do sort of nothing at the same time. This move is a little bit slow, but it's okay since it has this follow-up of connecting here, which is a very big deal. Like I said, white tries to keep black cut, but black wants to just stay connected as much as possible. Once again, very nice, keeping pressure on this. And this corner here, this is where we get into... This is my mistake to play like this. I should actually take the corner like this. Also, black can... Did I think of some other way for black to play here? Ah, no, maybe that was probably later. But at this point, the problem with this move is that this actually allows black to go down here. And this is the thing that we missed for like all of the game. That this move actually kills the corner. White goes down here, then black has this Tsuji. So this I didn't see until Katago started making this. Well, you see here, all of this is because of this being left on the board for all of the game, even until when we pass at the end of the game, this problem is still there. So I could have played here instead to remove that problem. That's a bit advanced to find this Tsuji, so I just wanted to say that that's something we both missed. That's not necessarily something black should have found maybe in the game. And then once again, yeah, I like this move to make sure that these stones are connected, because otherwise white is going to try to attack them in the future. So this is very good. And even so here, black could do slightly better to remove more of white's eye shape like this. Black can still, I guess technically this is a ko, but normally white is not able to. I guess black could connect like this, right? Maybe it's still a ko. Maybe it's unavoidable to get a ko here, but usually, like if black can connect like this, then it's much better than like this. Even if black connects here, white has quite a bit of eye shape in the corner. Yeah, now black can push in like this because then white could cut. So I would say this move is probably better to take away white's eye shape. But this is like also okay. I'm still forced to come back and live in the corner. But at this point, like this move is very good. But at this point I would think about maybe playing something to protect this cut. Once again, black should focus on staying connected, I think, is the foremost priority in a game like this. So, you know, any move in this area to make sure that this cut is not working. Which also like keeps attacking this group, so it's not and makes points on the left. So it's not a super slow move. It's not like black just if black just plays like this, maybe it's a bit slow, but I think black can do a little bit more somewhere around here. Black plays this in the upper right, which I would probably suggest avoiding creating a ko shape like this. This is something that white is going to try to use later on, just get to capture this one stone. So it might be better to just play a move like this, threatening to go down with this stone later on. If you want to play something just strong and make territory in the corner. But once again, I would suggest prioritizing staying connected here. Because right away white just cuts here, and now black is able to save this group, but white gets to take away black's points on the left and make points on the left instead. But this is very nice to play this Atari. Even though white can Atari here, it's not working right away because there's this ladder. Just make sure that I wasn't misreading it in the game. Yeah, this is working for black. So white can't actually play this Atari right away, so black comes down. Otherwise I would like to play this Atari once and then come down to make it harder for black to fix this cutting point. And force it come down, and then black fixes cutting point. So this is once again very good. Stay safe with this group. I would probably play this Atari quite soon. It's usually a good forcing move to have, but it's not a big deal. Let's see. Is there anything else big we want to talk about? There were a few like moves which didn't do very much. This is, for example, quite a slow move. It is very difficult to find. You could see me struggling in the game to find like the big points later on. But at this point there are still quite big stuff to do. For instance, black could still think about saving these stones, even if black doesn't say this move, which is quite okay because I didn't either. Black could maybe just come out like this, and it's not like I can surround this simply. I think black can quite safely save this group at this point. So something like that would definitely be bigger than a move like this. But now I get to surround. And also once white kills a group like this, if we assume that this is dead, it's probably good to play this Santa game quite soon. It's quite painful for white to have to come back like this, and black can even play this one, and white is forced to swallow them up on a smaller scale. You don't have to do it right away, there might be some other RG you want to use, but there should be a point that black gets eventually. In the game I think white got this then. And now I start a code. This one's again a bit of an overplay. When I cut there, I definitely would suggest that black should play Atari and either capture this one stone. This is especially good since this actually threatens to honey here. So if black Ataris here, it's a bit... I wouldn't connect here immediately. I would probably try to win the code first, because when I connect here, yeah, this black's move is actually sent to the connect. Connect like this. So yeah, Ataring here is very good because of that, but also just staying connected is good. In the game, like I have this option of connecting here, and it's not like this group is going to die, but I think it's better for black to avoid that risk completely. And indeed, in the game, black did first connect here, very safe, and then play here anyways. So if black plays here anyways, then it was unnecessary to play this move, because now we could like remove this stone completely, and it wouldn't change the fact that white can connect and black can still capture. So now this was sort of a wasted move here locally. Let's see. This is probably unnecessary to add a move here, but like white doesn't have any big follow-up here. Even if white plays this this clamp, white can't actually connect this stone back, so it's not like white can't do this. So the most white gets is just like this Hana and yeah, connect like this. So this is not really Santa, but black answered. Also, this move is not necessary. There's no big follow-up for... I guess like one big follow-up here would be for white to Hana here, so black should probably take this opportunity to Atari here to make sure that white doesn't connect underneath. But this one does it with a forcing move instead of just connecting like this. And this sort of move, this is a little bit slow, and even though it does have follow-up, there's no reason for black to play this right now. If white just answers, black hasn't actually gained anything by this. It's not like white has any follow-up locally to gain points. So this you can just you don't even have to worry about counting it. This case I think it was a bit too small to play right away, but maybe like I also played a very small move, so but yeah, it's unnecessary to play a move which you don't... If you play it, you have to think about, is it big enough to make my opponent respond? And so it's better to just not play it, and it's nothing white can do here. And then this was another example of a move where there's really nothing... Like a move like this would threaten to make 1 point here, so white can come in like this. But when black just plays here, it's not making any points, and white can't make any points in this area. If black plays elsewhere, white can't even play here because white can't connect. But even if white could play here, there's nothing that white threatens to do here. Black is connected all around, so this was just taking a dame, a move which isn't worth any points, while there were still points on the board. And Yeah, and then we passed, and still this problem is left on the board. I think Katago was saying that it's actually a very close game. So in the game, white won by quite a large margin. So it's not definitely winning for black. Um, it sort of depends exactly how this plays out, but super close game. You can see here the score graph goes up to like 0 if black gets this point. So that's something huge we both missed. But yeah, I don't know if I managed to convey much general wisdom about playing handicap. I think the most important thing I talked about was like for white trying to keep black cut and for black to try to stay connected. And there were just some few examples of like this shape. And sort of connects a little bit to that because this is like not staying connected between these two stones, while this makes the stones work together. And then just this big reading mistake we both made and protecting some cutting points, like protecting this cutting point here, who I would say would be, simpler for black with some move in this area. And then the last thing was just some, trying to avoid to play moves in the end game which are not worth any points. So try to think about like, before playing a move like this, do I gain anything by playing this point? And like playing this point, there's nothing white can do here, so it's not worth to play. Black should play some other point like this. So I hope the review was helpful, and thank you for watching.